Hello, friends. Good to see you. It's Thursday. That means it's time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap, where we talk about the newsletter. Did you get the newsletter this week? It should come in your inbox every Wednesday. If you're not subscribed, if you didn't get it, the link is in the description, a link to subscribe and a link to read it. We do a different topic every week, hence the title, Tarot Topics. And then we come on Thursday to talk about it and do readings about the topic. This week's topic is the work of having fun. And I came at it from a number of different perspectives. One is like from the spiritual perspective that so often, we want to take our spiritual practices seriously and be respectful about it. And there are some spiritual practices that really do require a certain amount of solemn dignity. But it's also true that there is so much spiritual joy, healing, and magic to be found in play, in silliness, and in laughter. And on a mundane level, I think we get so busy in our lives that we forget that having fun really should be prioritized, because without it, we are not as good as we could be. Having fun is worth the work because it makes us better. That was my point. That's the hill I am willing to die on this week. We can do some readings about it. Let me go right on over to CardCam. All right, so I was thinking about, with this topic, like fun tarot decks, tarot decks that are fun because of silly images or a silly theme. Do we think that the readings we get from these fun decks are going to be less profound or less interesting or less spiritually inspired than if we use a more traditional deck? I really don't. I really don't think that. But I will say that I've trained more on the serious decks. Like, I will trust my own reading more with a deck I'm more familiar with. And I don't put as much serious study time into the decks that I perceive as silly or frivolous. Do I love them? Yes. But do I study them with a serious energy? I don't. And I think that, that's sort of the problem, right? But that said, I've studied this deck plenty, so that's what we're going to do. Vaishali, I'm impressed with the choice of topics you do. I relate to it so much, I feel like it's my story. Thank you. So what I do when I go to find the newsletter topic is I do try to tap into what are people thinking and feeling this week? And sometimes I just get it from the readings that I'm doing because I'll see a trend. Or sometimes I just try to intuit it. So I'm glad it's hitting. Thank you. That's good. Caroline. Cats always make me laugh, and so does pot. Yeah, no, that's fair. Absolutely. Joyous Ocean, we've missed you too. So y'all, we have a members only live stream this evening. If you are a member of this channel at any level, 7 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time, we're doing self-care with tarot. How do we use tarot in our own self-care? How does tarot teach us to take care of ourselves? And what are the ways that we sometimes use tarot that doesn't help us? We'll do readings about all of that. So if you're a member, please join us. And if you're not a member, consider becoming a member before 7 p.m. this evening, and you'll join us. All right. Very good. Let's get to the readings. And I will, as usual, take these in the order in which I see them. And again, we're doing questions regarding your relationship to fun, your relationship to lightheartedness, your relationship to silliness. That's what we want to talk about here today. And the first question is Trey Cameron. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Where do I need to have more fun and lighten up? In what area of your life would it benefit you to have more fun and lighten up? Let's see. Honestly, you need to laugh about the dark stuff. And that is not to gaslight yourself. That is not to make light of things that are really serious. But a sense of humor about the things that are difficult and cannot be changed. A sense of humor at, to be able to laugh at, well, it's like in Harry Potter. And I am so sad that J.K. Rowling has turned out to be a twat waffle. I am so sorry for that. But I cannot erase, from my brain all of the things that I learned from the work of J.K. Rowling. So what are we going to do with that? I don't know. But anyway, in Harry Potter, when you're confronted with something really scary, and I forget what it was, it's been years, but the spell that you do it's basically to call it ridiculous. You point your wand at it and you basically say, that's ridiculous, and it goes away. There is something about ridiculing and finding the ridiculousness and finding the silliness in deep and dark and scary things that can be really helpful for all of us. And that's what comes up for you today, Trey. But I think it's for all of us. Trey Associate Twat Waffle. I'm cracking up. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't need a name. She's a TERF, and I have no patience. All right. Anyway, here we go. Gemini Sun, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. I love this one, and I need that shirt your friend had in the 80s, which if you didn't read it, said, "Fun is my spiritual path." And I love that, And I think about, like, from the book, The Color Purple, where our lead character says, is like thinking, like, God gets pissed off if you see purple flowers in the field and you don't notice how beautiful they are. It's like if we don't find the beauty, if we don't find the fun, if we don't find these things around us, then we're not, I think, doing what we're supposed to be doing here spiritually. I really do believe that. All right. Rose, ridiculous. That's a good approach. Yeah. Now, the people who really understand the Harry Potter canon will come at me because I don't actually know the name of the spell and I don't remember which book it's from or any of that. But yeah, it did stick with me. Claire C., that's a favorite of mine. Yep. There you go. All right, Gemini Sun, here's your question. How can I make more room, prioritize more fun in my life again? It starts with self-care. And remember, we are doing members tarot for self-care with tarot tonight, 7 p.m. So this will help you. But it starts with self-care. Right now, it is hard for you to prioritize fun, Gemini Sun, because you're already running in a deficit. So like on the Maslow's hierarchy, some of your basic needs are not being met. And so it starts with self-care. There it is. Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Where could I inject a little more fun into my day? I do love a good laugh. Okay, here we go. Where could I inject a little more fun into my day? When things go wrong. Because, little things go wrong all the time, right? There's always little disappointments. We wish we'd done this differently. We wish you had done this differently. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do that. In those moments, to take those moments lighter, to laugh at them, to not make yourself bad if you forgot something. I think it's about acceptance, forgiveness, and when things don't go your way, to take it really light. I think that'll do it. Oh, here it is, Ben. I knew it. I knew I could count on someone here to know it. Ben Libra does tarot. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Ben was featured in our newsletter this week. Did you all notice? Ben will be presenting at StarCon 5. And we featured him in the newsletter. So, okay, here it is. The spell is ridiculous. They use it to defeat the Bogarts that take the form of your worst fear. It's in The Prisoner of Azkaban. God, I'm sad. No, I love you. Thank you. I knew I could count on this group to have at least one person who would know enough that my fumbling reference would be solidified. Thank you. Most appreciated. Most appreciated. Oh, and it's spelled Ridickulus to make it be like Latin. That's so fun. I love that. Oh my gosh, so good. All right. Medihan Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Fun newsletter. Yay, I see what you did there. How can I shake off this gloom I have in my sun year? I still manage to have lots of fun. Well, and we're not even halfway through the year yet, so you have time. And again, thanks for being here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. How can I shake off this gloom I have in my sun year? By feeling proud of your accomplishments. To take pride in everything that you're doing, everything that you're working to do, everything that you accomplish. You know, I think it can feel like such a slog. It can feel so uphill. And if you can just take pride in it and see how far you've come and what you've done, it's going to feel better. Ben was so happy to be a feature and looking forward to StarCon 5. Cannot wait. Oh my gosh. And members, if you're presenting, you don't need this. But members, if you're planning on coming to StarCon in person or online, there is a code for members only, members at any level, in the community thread with the best discount possible for your StarCon ticket, in person or virtual, all 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, doesn't matter. Best discount possible, but only through this month. So, just saying. Okay. Kimmy's Divination Station, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What fun thing can I look forward to as I start my new journey? All the things. Oh my gosh. Honestly, not having to hide your light at all. Not having to subjugate yourself. Not having to make okay stuff that was definitely never okay. Not having to pretend that it's okay. Just those little things. All right. Betty Flesher, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. In my situation as caretaker for my mother, fun really isn't on my list, sadly. No vacations or travel or concerts, etc. What can I do to have fun? But so grateful for StarCon once a year. Man, I'm so glad you have made StarCon your annual escape. Oh my gosh, we should just be like following you around at StarCon with like noisemakers and party hats and like pouring booze on you or something. I don't know, man. But that's going to be like your 3 days out of the year. We got to make it extra special fun for you. I'll tell you what. Although I was in a secret planning meeting yesterday, and we do have some good treats for you, I will say. Anyway, Betty, what can I do to have fun other than coming to StarCon? Of course. What can I do to have fun? I mean, I think you're actually really good at finding the opportunities. You know, I mean, I think you come on here and this can be fun. I think you are very good at looking for opportunities for things that feel good. And if anything, I think you could do more of that. But, and I don't mean to be morbid. But the other thing to remember is this situation does have a shelf life. And there will be a time when this is not necessary any longer. And we're not looking forward to that. But we do know that a next chapter will be more fun. We do know that. All right. Linus Art, good to see you. Thanks for being here. JD Estrada, yours is the next question I see. Will my workplace get any better? And okay, so sounds like your workplace is not that much fun. All right. I feel like I don't think it's going to get worse. You may actually end up with a new job. But while you're there, I don't think it will get worse. And I think there are things even you can do energetically to make the energy a little better. But you may just end up with a new job. All right, Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. My projects are experiencing some success. Yay! The bilingual storytelling project is about to perform. My play is in progress as well. Recently, we were passed on to the final stage for an oral history project grant. Can Spirit advise me on how to find more fun and less worry and pressure in these successes, man? And first of all, we are all so happy to be part of this and to be witnessing this success. It's fabulous. But I understand fully and clearly how much success puts worry and pressure on us. I totally get it. And I think sometimes some of us, I'm not saying you do this, but I think some of us will sort of sabotage ourselves because we don't want the pressure and worry of success subconsciously, so I think that can happen too. All right. So here it is. Find more fun and less worry. More fun, less worry and pressure in these successes. I think part of it, Jeannie, is in recognizing that none of this came out of the blue. Look at this, 3 major arcana cards. Look at how powerful this is. You have been working toward these things for your entire life. You have been learning how to do these things for your entire life. The success that you're just beginning to get traction on is cumulative from over time. And so I think you can feel less worry and pressure because you've been training for this your whole life. You know what you're doing. You have this completely under control. And it is only when you overthink and overworry and get up in your head that pressure is really going to get to you. Because the evidence speaks for itself. You know what you're doing. Ben, Libra Does Tarot, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Newsletter really spoke to me this week, especially about having more fun with my divination practices. My Page of Wands stalker tells me I need to have more fun with what I do and how I do. But I struggle with this as I feel I'm not respecting the system or tool or not taking it seriously enough. How can I find the harmony? Thank you. That was exactly that was the conversation I wanted to have. And so I'm going to speak to that, and I'll do the reading for you, but I want to speak to it because, this is the whole conversation. One of the articles in the newsletter, I encourage people to ask silly questions of the cards. And I know there are people who are very uncomfortable with that because it feels like it cheapens the divination process. Here we have something that feels like a direct connection to spirit, and it cheapens it. And, my example is I will use tarot if I'm going out to dinner with a friend. I might use tarot in advance to peruse the menu and decide what I'm going to order because I have a lot of restaurant ordering anxiety, right? So I'll use tarot to figure out, do I want this dish or that dish or, whatever. And I think there are people who would find that very silly and very frivolous. Here's my answer, though. No matter how silly the question, no matter how frivolous, tarot is big enough and spirit is big enough to make room for the very important and the very silly. And sometimes the very silly has greater importance. Like, for example, the restaurant thing. So, okay, silly. But if I'm not all anxious about what I'm going to order and did I order the right thing, I'm going to be much more present for my dining companion and have a better time. So was that silly? Probably not. Right? Okay, so that's just me. Let's do the reading for you. So, how do you find the harmony between your deep respect for the tool and the practice and the fact that being silly at certain times there can be very helpful? How do you find that harmony? And the answer is to know the difference between silliness and disrespect. You know, that never am I, no matter how silly the questions might be, I'm not disrespecting the process. I'm not disrespecting myself. I'm not, there's no disrespect there, number one. Number two, Ben, I think is trusting yourself to know the time and the place and the audience. To know, when do we have to be like super serious and when can we be silly? And the Fool really is the card in tarot. Like if we're talking specifically about a tarot practice, this is the card that teaches us to be silly, right? And it is like the most important card in the deck. It is the star of the entire story. And it teaches us to be silly. So spend some time with the Fool. Joyous Ocean. So good. Know the difference between silly and disrespectful, right? Right. Vaishali. Wow, very well said. Absolutely agree with you. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Who is next? It is Space. Wooju, I was thinking about you the other day, wondering how you're doing. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. You're up next. Justine, good to see you. Glad you're here. Just a quick reminder, everyone, we have a members-only live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you'll be here. Self-Care with Tarot. You know you want to be here. All right. Wooju. I want to know how to bring more excitement into my life. I'm looking to reignite my passion, but recently everything has been feeling quite dull. I am so sorry. So how do we do this? It's got to be something new. You need to try something new. It could be something like a new daily habit. You're going for a walk, or you're going to the gym, or you're eating a different diet. It could be learning something new. But I think it's not so much about reigniting passion into something you already know. It's about bringing a new practice or something new into your life that will bring passion in, and then that will reignite other things. All right. Martha Vink, I was thinking about you when I was writing this. You know that. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I've always been a firm believer in having fun. Yes, you have. I once told another pastor who was a workaholic that God didn't put us here to work ourselves to death. God wants us to have fun. I agree. All of this to say, may I please just have a reading with any insight from the universe? Yeah, absolutely. So the thing is, Martha, as much as you know that God wants us to have fun, there are times that you will feel guilty. And I think it's because, like all of us, there's always that pile of undone things, right? Unfiled things, unlaundered things, whatever those things are that we need to get to that we haven't done. We all have that, right? And I think for you sometimes, Martha, it can be hard to allow yourself fully to have time to have fun when those things are left undone. And you'll still do it. You'll still go have fun, but the undone things are in the back of your mind. I think it would be good if you could shift that. And when you're having fun, just have fun. All right. Barbie bird. She'll have fun, fun, fun till her daddy takes the T-bird away. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Thanks for being here, Barbie. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. How would spirit and the universe suggest I have more fun in life? Is there anything in particular I found fun in the past that I'm not remembering now? That's so interesting. Like, it happens that you'll run across something that you used to do and you do it and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot. I really like doing this. That's so fun. Okay. Anything in particular that you found fun in the past that you're not remembering, Barbie? Are you a beach person at all? Are you a beach person, an ocean person, a lake person, spending time in nature around the water? Maybe. And also kind of doing things on your own, adventures on your own. Just exploring a place or going a place just on your own because it's fun. Barbie, love the beach. There you go. So I would say do those things. I think that would help. Absolutely. I live by the ocean, but it doesn't. You live by the ocean, but you get nervous about the terrain. Yeah. And obviously be careful. You know, I don't want to hear, well, fairy godmother told me to go to the ocean and then I fell and broke my leg. You know, that wasn't a prediction, but I'm just saying, be careful. But I do feel like getting out and about, whether it's in city, in town, in country, whatever, getting out and about is good for you, Barbie. And to go places alone safely, where you can be safe, is good for you. Okay. And good ship lollipop. Hiya. You introduced me to the pot tarot. Such fun. Yeah. I am just here to corrupt you. That is my work here is done, man. If I have introduced you to a new tarot deck that is this. Well, there it is. All right. Claire C., you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. How can I lighten up and have more fun on my upcoming cruise with my granddaughter? Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. Oh my gosh. Justine, judgment is the tabs. I love that deck. And you know, it makes sense that judgment would be concentrate. You know, just because of the process that it has to go through. And then you come, you know, I mean, it really is smart. Anyway, Claire C., thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. How can I lighten up and have more fun on my upcoming cruise with my granddaughter? Don't worry. Don't worry about anything. Seriously. Once you are packed and on the ship, and whatever happens, and here we are. I think it's going to be a good trip, but I think you can have a tendency to be like, well, we want to make sure we take advantage of every single thing. We want to make sure we get on this excursion. We want to make sure we do this at this time. We want to make sure we go to this party. And as much as you can, by all means, do the itinerary you want to do, but don't get so hung up on the itinerary that you forget to just relax and have fun. It's getting way too funny up in here now. Barbie, I once did a dab and then forgot how I got home. Yeah, well, at least you did get home. That is good. That is good. Y'all. Okay. DH, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe want me to know about introducing more fun into my life, and where should I lighten up? This is a great question. Thank you, DH. And again, thanks for being a member. Okay. Introducing more fun into your life. So for you, you are best introducing things sort of slowly and surely. You are not good with like being confronted with huge change is not good. So slowly and surely. And I think it's about lightening up around, it could be lightening up around money stuff. And I mean, I'm not here to spend your money for you. You know what your finances are, but you may get uptight where you don't need to around money. And also around what needs to be done. I feel like your requirements for yourself, what you feel you need to do in what time period, may be a little intense. So lightening up around what those requirements are for yourself might be helpful. Okay, Vaishali. I don't know how to frame this, but my question is, how do I enjoy more, or like, how do I laugh more in my life? It seems I forgot to laugh. I forgot my sense of humor. Lately in my life, I've been more serious, and I don't know how to enjoy everyone's company. I always feel like I'm the odd one in the room. I want to laugh, make jokes, and have fun conversations with everyone. Please tell me, how do I do it? I get it. Do y'all know there's something called laughter yoga? It's a form of yoga that uses breath work, laughter, and mindset. Developed in like 1995, and it's like this real thing. So I wonder if that would be helpful, to actually do laughter yoga. Bye, Barbie. Go outside. Thank you so much. Take care. But let's see. Okay, let's do some cards for you, Vaishali. I think I'm not a doctor. I can't make a diagnosis, but I wonder if what you're dealing with is some anxiety. That when you're with people, you're sort of worried about where they're at and what they're thinking, and that makes you anxious. It could also even be on a psychic level that you're picking up their energy, and that makes you nervous. So it might be you need to quell anxiety. It might be you need better psychic shielding, but those things would help. Yes, I know about laughter yoga, but I never did it. Joyce Ocean says laughter yoga is fun. Rose, laughter yoga seems like a good practice. Yeah, look it up. I have a couple of friends who practice it, and they get me to practice it with them sometimes, and it's fun. It is. It's good. I like it. Okay. Rose, you're next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. When I move to my new home, still undecided, where can I find some new fun? Please don't say meet new people, because that sounds like work, which I will do that, of course. But where will be fun? Honestly, I think it might be that you will be able to do some gardening, or, like something in or around the house that you really enjoy, that feels really good. Something creative, something nurturing for you, for the home. I keep thinking it's gardening, but it could, something like that I think could be really good for you and really fun. Justine, I wonder if that can work for people who are severely depressed. Sometimes I laugh like a crazy person just because I get sick of crying all the time, so maybe I should try it. It can't hurt, really. Look it up. It can't hurt. It's cool. Wendy Robinson, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Need a new home to rent or buy soon, because mine is too small for me and my cousin now she's here. We'll take a look, yes. And thank you, Wendy, so much for being here and for being a member. We really appreciate you. Okay, so In terms of the new home, I don't know that it's either great success or struggle. It's probably somewhere in between. I think it will be a few months before you find it, but you will find it, maybe 6 months or so. You will find it. It will work out. The thing to remember is there's a lot of emotions going on in all of this. Make sure that those emotions don't get bottled up in that small house. Make sure there is laughter in the house, and make sure you open up the windows so the energy can leave. Seriously, you don't want energy to get trapped in that small house while you're there. Okay. Dr. Aled, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Any thoughts on how I should have fun? When people ask me what I do outside of work, I say work. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And it's been that way for a long time. I mean, I think you had fun in college. You got married, you had kids, you built a career, you went back to school. And you don't know how to have fun at all right now. But you know what I think you should do to have fun? Go listen to music or go dancing. It should be music, dancing related. Seriously. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I grew up reading comics like Calvin and Hobbes and The Far Side, so I love to laugh and I have a sarcastic sense of humor. As I grew up, that seemed to get overshadowed by the seriousness of adulthood. I'd like to integrate more fun and laughter into my life. How can I do this? And thanks for using members-only emojis. Perfect. All right. How do we integrate more fun and laughter into your life? Well, literally by not taking everything so seriously. But you know what it is? It's about not letting other people control the dynamic. There's this idea that in any setting, someone is controlling the dynamic and what's available for us within that dynamic. And I think you will sort of let other people in your own mind determine what's appropriate and what's not and what the dynamic is and isn't. And obviously, I mean, you work at a very serious job. Do not come into your work with your underwear on your head. I mean, the decorum is important. But outside of those places where we obviously know that decorum is important, I think you can determine what energy you want to bring to those situations. You don't have to let other people determine that, if that makes sense. Oh, Wendy, that's so kind. Thank you so much. Perfect advice. What would I do without my fairy godmother? Well, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and Wendy's cousin. Hang on a second. Coming in on Wendy's account. Give me just 1 second. Scrolling. Okay, this is Wendy's cousin Jessica. In a new town, new life. Looking for success. All right. I wouldn't, and here's the whole thing. Don't focus on success. Focus on fun, focus on meeting people, focus on doing the things you want to do, and you will be successful. And I also noticed from Wendy a question about StarCon. When is the next StarCon? Family matters got in the way last time, became an emergency, so I had to cancel. But I want to make it to the next one really bad, and we want you there really bad. So it is January 24, 25, 26. And everything is all up on the website, starcon.com, STAARCON.com. And if you get your ticket this month as a member of this channel, go to the community thread on this channel, scroll down, you will find a members only post with a discount code good for this month only that will give you a great discount on your StarCon ticket. Just saying. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you. Okay. Justine, here we go. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. I've been feeling like I'm at war with my spirit guides lately. Every time I check in with the cards, it seems they put pressure on me to go out of my way to do the work I've been doing that helps achieve balance in my home, which you recognize is your interpretation, not at all what the cards are saying. You get that, right? So that's hard. And what I would suggest, I mean, it's all contextual interpretation, right? Interpreting in context. So you are interpreting the cards from this context because that's how you were doing it for a period of time. You have to change the context. You have to interpret them from a different context. And I think what will help is like single card readings, one card, and when you do it, sit down with a notebook and write down every possible interpretation for that card in any context, and then go through and circle the ones that actually apply in your life. So you have to trick yourself to get out of that tight contextual reading. That's what it is. Oh, and Ben, I'm just seeing your feedback right now. That's so powerful and so true. Know the difference. How simple is that? But yes, so true. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, and Ness, this is a great topic to be watching everyone's readings. There is something we can learn from each other's struggles and the advice from the cards. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Justine, I'm dying to book a reading with you to talk things through because I don't really want to blame my spirit guides. Yeah, no, and you shouldn't. Reach out. Do it. Book the reading. Yes. Book the reading. Oh, this is interesting, Ness. At times I interpret every card to confirm my fears. I go with the Shining Tribe Tarot book meanings as they're written in the book, and I don't dig in deeper. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Cassandra, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. What would the universe like me to know in regards to the topic of fun? Well, let's see. It's been hard for you to have fun because so much of your life is about, well, it's about work. It's about maintaining order in the home, in the classroom, doing what you need to do, and making fun for other people. Other people have fun around you because you make it fun for them. You need to recognize that you're allowed to have fun too. And I think you do have fun with your kid. I mean, I think you do have fun with a lot of things you do, and you're a creative person, so creativity is fun as well. But I think you are in the position where you are spending more time making things fun for other people than for yourself, and you could maybe balance that out a bit. Yeah, see, Ness, I think Ness is really speaking to what Justine's talking about here. And it's not just you, Justine. We all get into spaces where we just want to interpret the cards in the context we want to interpret them in, even if it's not correct. And like what Ness does, just read it from the book and don't embellish at all. Just read it from the book and let that be that. That can be really helpful. Okay. All right, Linus Art, here we go. Now I've figured out my silly question. What's an excellent way to inject more fun into my creative writing? Are you doing plot and character development with tarot at all? Have you tried that? I mean, that could do it. But also, I would say references to other literary works, to find ways to reference other literary works in your own works. All right. Okay. Hang on, just scrolling. Oh, good. Okay, see you tonight, Justine. That's fine. And all members, hope to see you all tonight, 7 p.m. Okay, Joyce Ocean. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What does the universe say about getting more fun in my life? I have lots of thoughts, so I will listen to you and the universe. Okay. So I think for you, Joyous Ocean, a lot of the issue is that you are so entrepreneurial. But while you're being entrepreneurial, you are not always as focused on your own sort of self-promotion and moving your business forward as you could be. So then in times when you're supposed to have fun, you're still thinking about what to do to move the business forward. And I mean, you could always think about moving the business forward. That's fine. But there needs to be time when fun is just for fun's sake. And you are good at doing that. But you would be better at doing that is if you were more promotional of your business when you need to be. You'll have more fun at other times. Did that make sense, or was that weird? I don't know, but that's how I see it. Wendy Robeson, you confirmed our trip and decision. I know we didn't ask the theme, but you're always so kind to read even those who don't follow instructions well. My pleasure. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Hope to see you at StarCon. All right, my friends, from my perspective, I've answered every question. If I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate. Members, join us tonight, 7 p.m. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Reach out, book a reading. I am available for readings. I've got time on the calendar pretty much every day this week, so do please feel free to reach out. And thank you so much. Jackie Masters. Yes. I'm so sorry. Thanks for your patience, Jackie. Jackie, thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. How can I inject fun in my life? All areas. I do so little in that area. Where did the time go? I'm sorry, where did all the fun go? Where'd the time go? Where'd the fun go? Where'd something go? Jackie, where did the fun go? Work. It went to work. You have been working, and you're doing a good job at work. That's a fact. How can you inject fun into your life? I think sometimes worry gets in the way of your fun. I think being a little self-conscious can get in the way of your fun. That crazy thing they call work gets in the way of fun. That happens to all of us. But this is going to sound weird. But I feel like if you were a little more secure, a little more comfortable, a little more aware of all that is good about you, if you were just a tad more comfortable in your own skin, you would have more fun. I really believe that. I hope that lands. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Ness, let's close by singing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. If I could whistle, I would. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Jackie, that makes sense. Okay, good. All right, Teresa. First fun thing I'm doing after graduating is watching Harry Potter for the first time. Oh my goodness gracious, that's so fun. And fun that we were talking about Harry Potter earlier. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. What can I do to make this summer fun for my kids? Ask them what they want to do. I mean, I think include them in the conversation is really the thing. And be willing to try some new things and let them try some new things. Linus Art, thanks. I've used tarot to plot and create characters for short fiction and used a card for poetry. And I thought about that not too long ago to reference a literary work from a long time ago. Good. Okay. Did I miss anyone else? I'm so sorry. It is never my intention to miss a person. And thank you for being so gracious when I do and allowing me the opportunity to go back and do the reading. I thank you all so much for being here. Special shout out to the members and moderators. Members, I hope to see you back here tonight, 7 p.m. The link is already up as we do self-care with tarot. I think it's going to be a fun session. I'm really looking forward to it. Everybody, I will be back. The link is already up tomorrow, noon, for the Friday weekly wrap-up. Please join us then. And go ahead and book your private reading. I'll look forward to working with you. Take care.